Alright guys, so this 2016 Honda Pilot Touring came in for a camshaft position sensor, and in order to do that you have to remove the entire timing kit. So we're going to go ahead and replace that today as well with this Duralast water pump and timing belt kit, and we're going to show you how to do that. So first of all, we already drained the coolant from the radiator and have the car jacked up and removed the wheel well liner. The next step would be getting the motor in TDC, and in order to do that, there's two viewports. There's one on this side and there's one on the front of the motor here. And what we're going to do is turn the motor over until both of those are in the viewport, and then that'll notify us that the motor is at TDC, and then we can disassemble at that point. Do there. Alright, this is that viewport that we were talking about. You just pop that off and slide it over that way. And you can use your iPhone to stick it down in the hole and view where you're accessing. Is it gonna work? Oh, instantly, bro, instantly. And compared to this one, it wasn't doing. It was just like
yeah, the whole time for like 30 seconds, and it just went, yo.
This two, how long? Like 2 seconds, and it just, bro.
Save the day.
Save the day, dude. I can't.
What's crazy is that was the only thing from stopping us too.
Dude, I need to get me one of these, bro. The big behemoths.
Oh, there we go.
That was supposed to happen. Yeah, now it's broken and it doesn't work anymore. Damn, this one's nice.
That was real nice and bright.
Let's put this one up here. Oh.
I'm checking down here.
How does it look down there?
Oh, dude, from down here you can definitely see where.
Yeah, most of our work is going to be done from probably up here. Okay, are we recording?
Oh yeah,
we've been recording.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn. Okay. All right. So
2 minutes.
show them here. So after you go ahead and remove that harmonic balancer, you're going to go ahead and support the motor up with a jack and a block of wood. And then you're going to remove these two 14 millimeters on the motor mount, and there's a 17 millimeter right here, as well as a 10 millimeter for the ground. Just go ahead and remove all those, and then you can just lift this up out of the way, and that'll give it access to the whole front of the motor essentially. After that, you're going to go ahead and want to remove all the 10 millimeters off of the timing cover, and we're going to go ahead and do that now. All right, and we're just going to keep all of our hardware here, just so we don't lose it. That's the wrong one. That's this one. I'm gonna collect all these so far. We've got what, 6 of them? 8, 7 of them?
Yeah, you only got that one. So.
Alright, so we're gonna hit these right here. Dude, see, okay, this right here, my friend, would be the ultimate scenario to have one of those ratcheting wrenches that's automatic. You just push the button and it just, bzz, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But who's trying to sponsor me? No one. No one. That would be cool though. Find one on. Oh. I just dropped it. Oh, it's right here. Look at that.
Wait.
So it doesn't.
Yeah, there she is. Right.
We got about another hour to kind of get at this. At least we can get the timing off and everything ready to go back in, and we could probably get the intake off before you have to go back. So there's the one that's missing. That's missing. What else we got missing?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
We got that one. All right. All right, let's see. Let's give it a tug.
I see. I can zoom in on that. There's TDC right there.
Yeah, at least on that cam.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's pop this one off. Okay, so what I had to do is lift up on this harness, and that just allowed it to release.
I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up though.
Is it? I don't think it is. Oh yeah, that's. I mean, it's. Let me see. Pop it off and then just kind of work it way. Can you see where I'm being held up? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, so if you can show them in here. If you look right here, there's an arrow. You can probably just zoom on it. There's an arrow right there, indicating that it's TDC. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and mark the timing marks. There is good. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this.
Yeah.
On the belt as well. I think we're gonna fast forward, and before we remove the timing, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the intake off because I want to identify and locate that cam sensor before I start removing stuff. I guess the next portion would be to gain more access is to remove the second portion of this motor mount. There's a couple 14s, there's one right here. And then there's going to be one on that lower half right there. You see it?
Yep.
And then there should be, is it in here? Oh, get off my bracelet. No, I think that's it.
That should be it.
So maybe there's just 2 of them. So if there's any more, we will advise you. Okay. Gotta pull this down, pull this little lever here, and just pull up on it. There's your ECU removed. Get that side off. Okay. This is day 2 of working on the Honda Pilot. We already went ahead and removed those 2 bolts, or the 3, matter of fact. They were in the rest of that motor mount, and it exposed the rest of the timing. Also, one other thing that we did is remove and broke loose this cam gear before we take the timing components off. If you try to do this after, you run the risk of changing the timing of the motor, and then you'll have to retime everything. So go ahead and break that loose before you remove the components. The next thing we're going to do is take the timing belt and the water pump off. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. All right, so we're going to remove this tensioner, and then that's going to release all the tension from the belt. All right, well, I thought it was broken free. I was mistaken. Okay, there we go. Put off of this side first. Off the top, they should. All right, there's your timing belt. You see? All right, we got that cam bolt off of there. Just pull straight out. All right, they're watching this. So once you get those 2 bolts out of the way, you can remove this bracket. All right, guys, once you get that bracket out of the way, you can gain access to the plug that you need to remove for the cam sensor. We got that plug disconnected. You pull that up out of the way. And then you can see your sensor down in here. Let me see. Oh shit, look at there. Yeah, we do definitely need to clean all this dirt off here because if you can see, all that contaminant did fall onto that camshaft. So before you reinstall anything, make sure that you go ahead and get all that crap out. So all this work just to replace this sensor. And it's a 8mm. So we're gonna go ahead and break this off of there. All right. Make sure everything's clean when you're going back in. And our job is done. That's it. That's all she got. Now we just put this back in and start reassembling. Oh, actually, we're not going to put anything back in. We're going to clean it first.
Yeah.
guys. Now that's mostly debris free. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it with a microfiber. Alright, now we're just gonna reinstall everything how we uninstalled it. So this will be the first piece that we're reinstalling because it was the last thing that we took out. Once we're done with this job, then we're just gonna do a normal timing belt and water pump kit on this, and then we'll be done. Reinstall everything, get paid, go eat some food, have a good day. Actually, no, we're gonna eat food, and then we're gonna do a motor swap with that motor right there. We're gonna swap that into the Nissan Altima sitting out front. So we're not done.
Yeah, no.
Not by any means. All right, now we can reinstall the plug. This is like some of the cheapest aluminum they could have used. Look how, hear how thin it is? Anyways.
Once you run it back, I'll probably break it right now.
Yeah. And then we'll have to buy a customer a new one of these brackets that you can't purchase, but anywhere from the dealership. So now we're going to reinstall this cam gear because we've got everything all good in the hood. And then there is a keyway, so line this up with the spline on the crankshaft, or the camshaft, excuse me. Big difference.
Very.
Thread this in by hand right now, and then once we get the timing and everything back together, we'll ugga-dug it. Okay, water pump is what, 12 millimeters? Okay, we got a 14. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this idler pulley for the timing belt. Then we're gonna remove this idler pulley, and then we're gonna remove the water pump. I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Was it?
Yep, gasket maker. So we need to reinstall RTV on this bolt gasket maker that we will be using. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we keep these hardware with the assigned tensioner, and then also this one has a shim on the back of it. So I don't know if we're gonna have to transfer this, but just keep all these together. This one goes here. This is with this. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull the water pump off. Before you do that, you wanna get a bucket and place it under the block because there's probably residual coolant in there and it will leak out everywhere. So I think it's just a bunch of 12 millimeters. We're gonna go ahead and take those off now. Is it like this or is it like this? It's like this.
Yeah.
So we did get all of them. There's 3 on this side, and then there's 2 here, and then the 3 from the motor mount. So we're gonna go ahead and just pull these off. I'm gonna get my bucket. Got the bucket. It's actually a tray, not a bucket. Can you get that? All right, we're just gonna place this right here in front of the motor, so it can try to catch any coolant that falls out and drains everywhere. We're just gonna come in here and remove these water pump bolts. Suctioned up on there.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh, hello.
Probably about a gallon of coolant in there.
Yeah.
All right, where are those rags? Grab those rags behind you.
Sure. Show them the process.
Yeah, show them. Nicarachi's Garage. Welcome. What we're just gonna do is get a nice clean rag, clean the surface really good. We're gonna install the gasket on this and throw the new water pump in. That done, you can go ahead and install it in the car. Just a little bit. Another. All right, we're just gonna start all these by hand, and then we'll come back with the wrench and torque them all down. And when you're tightening this, you don't want to tighten them all down one by one. You want to do a cross hatch pattern. You want to go from one side to the other side and make sure that you're tightening it equally all the way across. There's no torque spec, so we're just gonna go good and tight. That's the torque spec, good and tight. It's a German torque spec. All right, just do a couple turns at a time. I know it's gonna take you a lot longer as opposed to just wrenching it all the way down at the same time, but be patient. You don't want to have to do this again. And be cautious, you are threading into aluminum, so don't try to over torque it. All right, so what we're gonna do now is install the idler tensioners, or the idler pulleys. This is the old one. I do believe I have to use this, so. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, it's just as loose. Okay. All right, I was a little concerned because I was feeling some kind of play when I was installing this one. I was unsure. So I guess that's normal. It's always good to check. Now we got that one on there, hand tight. Bless you. We're gonna go ahead and throw this idler pulley. And that sits in there just like that. So snug. Oh, that's cool. They're shouldered bolts, so they kind of
Sit in place.
Yeah, they kind of center it. So we're just gonna go ahead and put some RTV on this one.
Need my hand under this so I can guide you through?
No, I got it.
There she is.
Yeah. It's just my personal preference. Alright, that's tight. Now that we've got that done, we can go ahead and use our old timing belt and line it up with our new one. Oh, this is not our timing belt. This is our timing belt. Just keep massaging this belt a little bit until it kind of has some kind of shape that's not a square. Wrap it over that idler pulley. Wrap it around the bottom of the crankshaft. Bring it back up and keep all the tension on that side. This is still on. The bottom one's still on. Alright, now that we've got that done, we can go ahead and start by cranking it over. No, it's not even an interference motor, so even if we cranked it over and our timing was off, we wouldn't be able to tell anyway. So we're going to go ahead and reinstall the camshaft bolt and then make sure that's properly good and tight. And then what does it go? It goes the timing covers. And then motor mount. No, it goes the motor mount, then the timing covers. What we're going to do is reinstall the second half of the motor mount. Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is clear the codes, and then we're going to fire up the car and see if we fixed the issue or if the issue still remains. Stop, I know. Yeah. Okay. And we have success. It didn't blow up. The check engine light's not on. We could probably take this outside, spray it down with the power washer, since we have all that connected still, and put everything back in, make sure all my tools are not in the engine bay. If you liked what you've seen here today, please like and subscribe. I gotta get used to saying Driver 2. yeah, so yeah, it seems to be that we fixed the issue. It's running fine. There's no timing issue. It's not sputtering. It's not throwing all kinds of codes. The only thing I don't like that's still wrong with this car is this. It's got all these freaking buttons. But yeah, if you guys found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.